Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? If anyone has forgotten, this is Rick. I am back. And I want to shout out to Doug from Right Way Options, Doug Campbell. Thank you very much for covering for me. I appreciate it. Thanks for everybody in the background. Thank you so much. Hello, Tommy. Let me click a button here. We'll do that real quick. Okay, we'll click that button. And we'll click that button. Okay, all the buttons are clicked. Good morning, Gold to Mine. Ed, good morning. Alex, good morning. Joe, I see you up there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Bill, Fred. Bao, good morning. Sonny, good morning. Hey, everybody. All right, today is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, May 29th, 2025. I want to thank again everyone for being here. I want to remind everybody it's very important. Coming up next week on June 2nd, we have an open house with one of our divisions, BYOB day trading. You can find the registration links in all of our social media. And then on June 4th, we have a 3/8 trap class taught by Doug Campbell from Right Way Options, one of our divisions. Look, that I don't know that I can recommend any more than I do to that trap class, 3/8 trap class. It's a super class. Doug does an amazing job. You're going to learn a whole lot more than just the simple entry. Believe me, and we cover longs and shorts as well. So if you're on the fence here, let me push your ass over. There you go. Now grab that class. You will not be disappointed. I promise you that. Okay. All right, let's get going and looking at some charts here. Let's see. Everything's turned on. Yep. Hey, what do you know? I actually have my drawing tools up. Okay. Again, I want to shout out and say thank you, everybody at the Hit and Run Candlestick team for covering for me while I was off. And thank you, Doug, for covering the room. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I owe you one. All right. Let's look at some charts here. Let's start with SPY. Looks like we're doing pretty good. I mean, I really think we are. Price is running against above the T line. The T line is running above the trend indicator. The bulls are in charge. So why not trade out there? You know, over the past few months, I've talked to an awful lot of people, and there's some people that has backed off of trading a little bit, and there's just no earthly reason why. Follow the trend. It's that simple. Good morning, Roger. Good morning. Hey, Stefan, good morning. You know, if you place, you know, here's one chart that I'm in. All right, SMCI. It's pretty simple. This is one of the things that Doug will teach, you know, in the class. You know, talking about, you know, Doug is big on trend, and here's trend, and then we've got, you know, SMCI here. Targets up here, everything's working. SMCI is a great little trade. Right now, I'm up. When we open up this morning, I'll be over 40% on it, on one of the positions, and it's doing great. And right now, I still think it goes higher. You can see that 50% line right there, right in here. And here's our downtrend line, just simply looking at a chart. Charting is so simple. It really, really is. There's only a few rules you really need to know. The problem for most is it's between our ears. And yes, John, I'm on a daily chart. Yeah, the problem mostly is between our ears, and we just have to learn how to solve those little problems. But anyway, as far as trading goes, I think there's a ton of bucks coming out of the market right now. A lot of traders are making some good money. So anyway, let's go look at some charts. So SMCI is one that I'm in, and I've got here. Let's go look at some of these charts. And by the way, a lot of my charts I look at are charts that I post on social media, maybe a day or two ahead of time. and I put them on a watch list to watch them. And KMT is one of those. So if you are part of my social media group, which would be Facebook and X, I guess. I don't, YouTube, that's social media, but I don't post charts there every single day like I do on Facebook or X. So, if you're part of that, you'll be able to see these charts before they, or early on the early side. Okay. But take KTM here. Nothing changes. Price is above the T line. T line's above the trend indicator. That's not tough to have as a rule. This is a rounded bottom breakout. For those aren't familiar with that, ask me in the room. We can certainly talk about it. Right now, you can see that, where's my arrow here? We've got a nice pop to the upside. I'm going to straighten this up a little bit. Here we move down, and now we're moving up right in here. I'm still looking for targets at the dotted deuce 200 period moving average. Something else I like to do is come over here and put this quadrant line up. And this 50% retracement is always a good target. And I think I just noticed, let me move this out of the way. Yeah. This is right here at this 2475. That's the 500 period moving average. So that's definitely going to be an important spot. So what we've got is the 200 period moving average just underneath. We've got the 50% retracement and the 500 period moving average. So that makes that a nice little target. And, just split the difference, 11% on the stock. That's over, that's over 30% on the option. So it's a simple trade, simple rules. Tesla, let's look at Tesla. I've been talking about Tesla and TSLL for quite some time. And here we've broken out 400. Here we come on Tesla. And it's just a simple matter of, following the trend. And here the trend is up. Once again, price is above the T line. T line's above the trend indicator. Wait for that entry. Everyone has your own entry. I personally am a 3/8 trap sort of person. And I say sort of because my entry is in this area here. Whether it's a 3/8 trap or not, sometimes I'll just use below the highest high in the past 5 days, which turns out to be usually a 3/8 trap anyway. So watch Tesla, wait for your entry. TSLL, try that again. TSLL is working out. This is a great way to trade Tesla, and you're in it at a little less expensive. Some folks can't trade Tesla. Well, this might be a way you can trade Tesla. Okay. I'm going to stop over here before I forget. And let's take a look at our T2123. And I'm going to put it up here as well. T2123. There you go. So you can see down here, the 60-minute chart, we're quite bullish on T2123. The VIX is kind of popping around. Whoops. Let me change that to the hour. There we go. The VIX is, you saw in the 15 minutes kind of hopping around, but on the hourly chart, we are still under the red dots. That makes that great for the bulls. When we move over that, such as right here, well, that's not great for the bulls, and it kind of helps the sellers a little bit, the bears. As long as we are green here, and what I mean by green, let's get my drawing tools. There we go. Make that yellow. As long as price, let's make that smaller, price is above the T line and T line is above the trend indicator, we are rocking on the bullish side. Now, it's really kind of cool. This is the 60-minute chart that I look at down here. Make it a little bigger here for you. There you go. And you can see that we're nice and bullish. What's really cool, take a look at the daily. We're nice and bullish on the daily. Now, I don't look at that too often. I notice it. It's not anything I, really, other than just saying, look at us be bullish. I mean, we are rocking bullish. So let's take a look at the weekly chart, and we are knocking on the door of being bullish. Price is already above the trend indicator. Trend indicator is already green. We just need the T line up there. And I got to tell you, that's sweet. Now, I will say this. You see that line right here? I am going to be a little concerned about that. Okay, that's going to be that 50% retracement. You can see that runs into a little bit of resistance here on this daily chart. So I will take note of that. I'll be watching it down here, and you can see I have it down there. It's on the 60-minute chart. All right, let's take a look at a couple of more charts. How about VRT? Look at VRT here. Now, this is one that if you followed us on social media, you would have spotted this. This would have showed up. And by the way, I want to thank anyone who posts a thumbs up or puts a comment on social media. I got to tell you, that's exciting. All right. So keeping me excited makes me put more charts out there. So, think about that. Keep that in mind. But anyway, this was posted on social media, plenty time for you to take a look at it. If you like it, get in it. You can see it working. Now, there might be a whole group of people that are saying, oh, man, I've missed that chart. You haven't missed squat because the trend is still the trend. Trend doesn't change. Well, until it changes, I guess. The trend is up. So what are you going to do? Well, see what this chart does here. See how we rally up and pull back. And here we just went sideways. These are all chart patterns that we follow. See how we're up and we fall back. Well, see how we're up, wait to the fall back, wait to the pullback. This is something Doug will talk about, I'm positive, during the 3-8 trap class, because Doug is very big on charts coming back to trends, okay? So these are things that you will learn during that class. So if you think you've missed it, think twice. You have not. It's still a rocking chart. So let's keep our eyes on it for the setup. Hey, Val, good morning. You're looking at GCT. Thank you for posting that. GCT. Yeah, here, let me kill everything on here. There we go. Look at GCT. Trend is up. We're bumping up against the 200, and there's the 500 period moving average right there, about $20 or so. So keep that in mind. I love the price action. I love the bottom. The trend is working. It's rocking, So let's do this. I really like to do this. I like to put that 50% retracement on it because it amazes me how it works. See these two towers over here just popped up. They're right there at that 50% retracement. So that to me makes for a pretty nice target. Now you still have to get there. You still have to get there, and it doesn't mean that price is just going to go from here to here. It has to travel up a ways. And you're going to run into things like, little resistance right there, profit taking, speed bomb, whatever you want to call it. And it's simply, I'm going to have to do that too. This is where you might run into little issues on this. And then up there, that would be a big target for me right there, big target. Of course, you're going to need to get through the 200 here. But by and large, I think that's a fantastic chart. I'm going to flag it. Thank you so much. Keep that on your watch list. And please post in the room when you buy it, okay? That's something else we encourage here at Hit Run Candlesticks is posting your wins, your losses, your buys in the room, because this is a helping room and everyone helps out. So thank you. Hey, good morning, Urena. How are you? Let's see. S, good morning. Hey, Roasted, good morning to you. Thank you for posting the links there to our social media. Appreciate it. S, good morning. Let's see. Jets. You're looking at jets. I flew on lots of jets this weekend, I'll tell you. Between weather and mechanical problems, it was it was tough to get to Colorado. I got back okay, but it was tough to get to Colorado. Anyway, jets, that's setting up very nice. I'm going to flag that one. Look how, the things that I look for are like this. You see these red dots here, right there. See all those red dots, how we're down. And then all of a sudden, let's just keep it red. See the green dots? That's a trend change, all right? Boom, bunk me on the head. How simple is that? Super simple, right? So what are things we're going to look for? See how we came up here? This might be a very early, but it is the chart pattern. See how we're up, sideways. Here's up and a pullback. See, up and a pullback in here, but there was no buy signal in here. Here we came back, and now we're popping up. Do you see how this is starting to work out? And it's only, it's the same small handful of chart patterns right in here that, that we look for. Anyway, I like this jet setup. I think it's setting up quite nice. I'm going to come over here and take this high, go down to this low. You can see we're over the 50% retracement. So that makes that, in my mind, a stronger supporting area, which means price has moved up through that strong support, made a name for itself, held up here, even went back and teased it. And here we're back up. So that gives us some nice targets to the upside. Very nice chart there. I've flagged it. Thank you. Hey, Bal, you're looking at some GCT. Let's take, well, we already looked at that, didn't we? Yeah. Thank you. Hello, Alex. Some Citi. Let's look at Citi. See, you know, charts like this, I think are beautiful. And when your trading strategy is quite simple, and I would think that this is a simple strategy. I can see it. Here you're in a downtrend. Note the red dots, and then whoop, bonk me on the head. There's some green dots. There's your trend. Here's a nice little pullback, and here we've popped up over the T line. We're setting up a 3-8 trap. Where's the targets? Let's just go right up here, and let's just go right there. I'm going to call that good. Bingo. I love that. Now it's a matter of, placing that entry, whether you use stock or you buy options. You're betting that this is going to go higher. Make sure you put your stop in there in case you're wrong. And here's another little news flash for everybody. I don't care how good of a trader you are, you're going to be wrong sometimes. So put that stop in there to catch you and keep you from taking big losses. I love it. Thank you very much. Let's flag that one. Let's see. Hey, Hydro, good morning. PACB setting up. I like the long idea. If you're bottom picker, you're already in it. Maybe you want to wait for it to get over that 250 period moving average. That would be an idea as well. Dotted deuce up here and 200 period moving average would be my big targets on it. But great move yesterday. It looks like we're getting some follow through today. So I think that's a 2 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Hey, good morning, Coach. How you doing? Okay, what else? Here, let me look at, I've got some more charts. TD, I've got my eyes on TTD again. Did I just talk about that one a minute ago? Huh, can't remember. Anyway, I've got my eyes on this one. And once again, if you follow us on our social media, you would know that I even wrote, I have my eyes on TTD. So check us out, Facebook, X. Here's another one, SOUN. I've got my eyes on this one, SOUN. Let's come over here and take this one and go to this top and put down like this. And there's the 50% retracement. We're talking 37% up there, all right? So if you're trading the stock, you're looking at 30% run. That's what I would be looking at. And then if you're trading the options, holy moly, 37% turns into 70, 80%, really easy, maybe even 100% by you get up there, okay? If you feel that's a little bit high, well, there's a nice little target right there, and we fill that gap in. And even that is around 20-21%. So, the charts are out there. How about Bros, BROS? Look at Bros. Check out Bros. This chart actually might be a chart that somebody would say, oh, doggone it, I missed it. Go kick the cat or the dog. Don't kick your dog. You can kick the cat, but not the dog. So again, it's follow the trend and wait for the setup. These things aren't tough. There's the trend. I'm just looking at the green dots, right? You want the setup, go look for the pullbacks. Like here we rally up and look at that pullback and that pop. Here we rally up, look at the consolidation and move up. We consolidate a little bit more, we move up, right? That's what we're looking for. So here we've moved up. What are we going to watch? The consolidation. Are you afraid of this top? Wait till it breaks out and then the consolidation. Trading is not tough. It's just between our ears. Believe me, I've got enough crap in my ears. It causes me grief too. Between my ears, not in my ears. But we all do. We all do. Anyway, what time is it? We're doing okay. Yeah, let me look for a couple more here. Max is one that I've got my eyes on. Look at that. See how the trend has been down. Trend is now up. Here we're moving sideways for the most part. We pop up to the dotted deuce. We fail it. Thank you. I love it when we fail it because that proves that it works. Here we pull back right to the trend indicator. We're starting our next run to the upside. So we get through the dotted deuce there. I'm going to be looking at that 200 period moving average. And of course, there's going to be some places in between. I'm going to have to go right there, I guess. There we go. About right there. For targets. All right. I'm going to call that a morning. I'm going to say again, good morning to everybody. And thank you so very much. Good morning, Caesar. Just saw your note there. Good morning. Oh, Raphael, I just signed up for a 3A trap class. Is it going to be recorded? Absolutely. Thanks for asking. For those listening to this recording, which will be posted in just a little while. Oh, yeah. Be reminded, if you want to be here live, we start at 8:45 Eastern AM. You can log in through X, Twitter, or X. What is it? X, Facebook, or YouTube. Okay. Otherwise, you can watch this, the recording. Take a look at TSM here. Look at that trend. Look at that. Look at that nice little breakout right there. Anybody think TSM could get back up here to this near 230, 225? Well, watch for the trades. Watch for the momentum and the rest. Momentum, rest. That's all it is. All right. All right, everybody, you guys take care. We'll see you. We'll see the trading room here at the trading room at the bottom of the hour this morning. Also, look, I get questions all the time. People, I'm not getting your trades when you post them. Well, download the damn alert, the damn app. Come on. We need a great big sign up here. Download the app. If you're not getting alerts on the app, well, then there's a problem. Simply delete it and then re-download it, okay? So download the app and get those alerts. We'll see you guys later. See everybody in the room here.